being able to give back to my community and being able to help. You know, I mean, I can take great pride in knowing that I can help possibly save somebody's life. When the pager goes off, man, it's adrenaline. And then on the way to the scene, you're also talking with each other in the truck with the other firefighters that are in the apparatus and trying to get a game plan going.
They're gonna fire the AMR, throw it in route.
You know, we're expecting the worst when we get on scene and hoping for the best. But once you get on scene, it slows down. Time seems to slow down a little. Time in an extraction situation is a matter of life and death. It's the determining factor on whether or not we're going to be able to save that individual or not. I mean, if those few minutes can make or break a moment. It's extremely important to us.
Most of the time, if we get paged out to a wreck out here, it's a bad deal. So at that moment, there's really nothing that goes through my head except care for the patient.
The older jaws were here when I joined. They are, we call them antiques. The spreaders weigh about 100 pounds and it takes 2 guys just to even hold them. The stuff was so old that on the newer vehicles with the material that they're using, we couldn't actually cut the cars. The spreaders and the cutters were failing to do their job.
The word got out that we didn't have properly functioning tools. And we started hearing about all these accidents and stuff that we weren't being paged to, which were right down the road or, you know, within our jurisdiction.
They decided they were no longer going to page us to these accidents because they were under the impression we did not have operating equipment.
And so they would send fire departments 15 minutes away to car wrecks that were 3 minutes from here. Every time we get back from the station after using the old stuff, we always say we need new stuff. You know, we always say, man, these things are junk and we need new stuff. And we've never had the money to do it. So it was a bad feeling. I mean, it was like, what do you do next? You know? So we had to make do.
It was a big impact on us. You know, like I said, it I don't want to say it tore us down, but it got us to a low point to where, you know, we're kind of stuck in just a situation that, you know, what can we do about it, you know?
Tell me the story of Amanda.
Amanda, she's great. Amanda found out that we were trying to raise money to get our new jaws.
I guess I had an idea of what a Jaws of Life was, but to the extent of what it truly is, no. I just knew that they needed some tool that is like could be life or death for somebody, and it was important to have, especially in our area with those highways. So that, yeah, I didn't know much about it, but I knew about what it cost and how needed it was.
What did you think when you heard this piece of equipment cost $35,000?
My gosh, how are we gonna get there?
When she found out that we were trying to raise money, she set up the farmers market to help raise money to help, you know, us get to our main goal of getting the new ones in a faster manner.
None of us knew what we were doing, so, you know, I said, hey, I have this idea. I'd love to, you know, set up at the fire department, you know, see what we can do. You know, we may raise, you know, a couple $100, you know, $1,000 or something, but hey, that's money we didn't have, you know. I don't know how it's gonna go. You know, it's gonna be kind of a learn as we go kind of deal, but we just kind of made it happen, you know.
Being a volunteer fire department is, you know, we don't get a whole lot of fundraisers and stuff like that, and we're normally having to do everything ourselves, but it was great to see her step in and get the community involved and helping with the fire department. We really do appreciate everything that she's done and to help us get to our goal.
I have no background in a farmer's market or running one, but you know, I decided to just kind of go with it, and we would just see how it went and learn as we go, and so we did. comes to find out, Daniel Stark and KWTX put on a segment called Be Remarkable that is part of Daniel Stark's core values. They had reached out to KWTX to start the segment and find people within the community who are remarkable. And my mom had nominated me as someone who is being remarkable amidst all of the craziness going on in the world. So after telling them my story, Danny Daniels with Daniel Stark was so intrigued by everything. He just, it touched at home with him because of everything that they do within their law firm. He knows how important a Jaws of Life tool can be. He just needed to know more.
Roll it down onto their legs, and we can use this to lift.
So Amanda sent me a message and said that she had was going to speak to Danny Daniel about some donation or something with the farmers market. Then later on that afternoon, she sent me a message that he had donated $15,000. I was excited. I was jumping up and down. You can ask my wife. I was jumping up and down in my living room. Honestly was. So I never thought it would be this soon.
The day I heard, man, it was overwhelming. It was overwhelming. I was speechless. I read that the Daniel Stark Law Firm were donating the funds that we needed to be able to purchase our equipment, and it was just like, wow. I've never been a part of any kind of generosity like that, and to be a part of that was just, it was amazing. It was an amazing feeling.
For a volunteer fire department to have something like that it's just amazing. And knowing that we were going to be able to get back out there and go to these car wrecks and stuff like that, it felt good knowing that we were going to be the guys that were going to be able to get back out there and help save somebody's life.
It was like a huge weight was lifted off our shoulders. We could breathe easy, knowing that we were going to be able to get the tools needed to do what we needed to do on a scene to save someone's life.
Just in the few months that we've had them, our call volume has already gone up, knowing, with AMR and the Sheriff's Department and everybody knowing that we've got this equipment now, regardless of whether it's on an extrication scene or what. Everything is, it's starting to come together, back together again like it should be.
So using the old equipment, it was time taking. So we had to get a lot of tools out. But having the new tools, it's a grab and go. We can be working 3 or 4 different things at one time instead of, 2 people working one tool. Have one guy popping open the door, getting ready to cut the top if we need to. We got a guy using a ram. As soon as they cut, and we can roll a dash, and we got the ram in there. So the new tools are, more functional and better for us to do more things to save someone's life in a timely manner.
Daniel Stark Law Firm, if it wasn't for them guys, they were a big help, and it's just awesome that they did what they did for us. It's something that they didn't have to do. They didn't have to get in touch with Amanda and ask, what the situation was or anything like that, but I've always thought that they were just, another big law firm type deal. Hey, they're here to do what everybody else does, but I guess that's where they say you don't judge a book by its cover. Them guys, they have real big hearts, and for them to come out $15,000 out of their own pocket to help a community that they don't even have to deal with, or they don't have anything to do with, that's a big deal.
And for them to donate the amount of money that they donated to our department has just been, it's amazing to know that there are people still out there that care and want to help out people like us in our department and our community.
I don't want people going to sleep at night thinking, man, what if my house catches on fire? Are we going to have people here to, you know, come save us or put it out? Or, you know, what if we're one of the ones that get into one of these bad car crashes, and you know, are we going to have somebody here that comes and helps us try to save our life or something like that? I want the community knowing that there are people here that are going to do those things and be there for them when they need us the most.